Yo, 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 yo. It's Sunday night. So you know it's right that you're here kicking it in the shop with your boy Big E, bringing you another week of Shop Talk Sports. Now, I apologize. Last week we took a little bit of a bye week, if you will, had some scheduling conflicts, but we back to bring it to your front door this week. We got a little bit of everything lined up. I always keep the panel with me, so we're gonna shake it up, and we'll see who show up tonight. But since you're here tuning in, it's only right that I go and kick it off with what Big E knows best. We're gonna talk a little bit about baseball. So if you was watching 2 weeks ago, you know your man is in a a uh, a struggle with his baseball team. Got a little bit of loot on the line, and I'm waiting on my Atlanta Braves, the defending champs, to hopefully win out their division. They are currently trailing the New York Mets by one game. Still hoping they can pull that out. So we got all eyes on that. But um, had some really interesting history happen this week. We're celebrating Roberto Clemente for all my baseball heads. And we had a major league first. All starting nine for the Tampa Bay Devil Rays were Hispanics. I don't know if they had it planned out, but once again, first time ever. That's some dope stuff, man. So shout out to the Devil Rays for doing that. Um, Anyone that knows anything about baseball, about sports, um, know knows that the contributions to the game from the Dominican Republic, Cuba, all our Latino-based countries is huge in the game. A lot of swag, a lot of skills. You know, I ain't no young buck anymore. But I remember when it was cool to run around, run around your high school, run around on the ball fields, doing your Sammy Sosa impersonations, man. Um, so um, so big shout out for that achievement. Uh, so just to kind of segue, actually, I'm gonna go ahead and spill the beans a little bit. I'm gonna shout out my girl, Patricia Barlow. Patricia Barlow. Um, if you're from Louisville, you probably have heard the name. Starting point guard for the Cardinals, women's basketball team a few years ago. One of my really close homies. But she actually was nominated and had a chance to play for Team USA's women's softball, a huge tournament down in Oklahoma City, running with Team USA. Did her thing. We got something in the works. Keep your ears out. But she will be sliding through a show here in the upcoming weeks to talk to us a little bit about women's softball, the Team USA experience. Reminisce a little bit about her basketball. Give us some predictions on women's basketball, what you can expect from the U of L, the real U of L cards right now, the women's team. Um, and just chop it up in the shop. So stay tuned. That will be coming. That will be coming. We're trying to tighten up some scheduling details, and we'll be bringing that to you. But shout out to my congratulations and way to ball out. So branching off to that, it's only right when you give kudos, you take some kudos. So anyone once again that knows Big E knows, like I said, really big on baseball, really big in the softball scene. Both my travel team, B-side out. Um, but I also coach high school and have recently taken over my 12-year-old's travel team, the Louisville Diamonds Fast Pitch 2010 birth years, 12U travel team here out of the Louisville area. And in our first U Trip tournament with your boy Big E at the reins, we took and did what we were supposed to do. Went up to Edinburgh, Indiana. It's right across the bridge, and took some of those Indiana jewels. So my man, the mastermind's got some slides queued up for my 12U team. Shout out to the Diamonds, man. First tournament of the season, showing off that bling, man. Ring chasing right out of the gates, man. Great group of girls, great program. Check those faces out. Yeah, I'm telling you, out of this team here in about 6 to 8 years, you're gonna have some real studettes, some college prospects, and some girls doing some big things, man. So shout out to them on their first championship ring of the season. But now there's nowhere to go except maintain or go down. So we're gonna be up for the challenge, man. But so that being said, we're still waiting for the panels to slide through. So I wanted to talk the NBA a bit, but I need my man KD because I know he's gonna have something to say about it. I wanted to talk the NFL a little bit, but I need my man Chuckarooski. I think he's still in mourning. He's still a little worried about them time. We're gonna see what they do tomorrow night. So can't talk about that. Wanted to talk about college football, but I need my man Pooh, so he can talk all this bullshit about Alabama. We can shut that up. So while we still waiting on them, I guess we just go ahead and give you an update on fantasy football. So last week was our first week in our first inaugural Blurred Minds Media fantasy football season. Got 12 competitors out there with a team, all vying for a $200 cash prize for winning out the league. And you know your boy Big E in there. You know I'm in there. And I didn't want to talk too much smack, it being week one and all, but your boy did his thing. Boy came out with a week one dub. I'm sitting here, if you see the eyes glancing away, because I'm watching this Green Bay game. Right now, I'm up 24 points. And my competition's got Aaron Rodgers going. That's his last hope to get these points, man. So, I'm hoping Aaron Rodgers goes ahead and does like he did last week, put up 5-6 points. I mean, I kind of got slang around Tom Brady, 9.8 points, bro. Tom Brady, man. I'll tell you what, man. He's fucking with my money. But hopefully Aaron Rodgers will choke and won't get his points either. And your boy will be 2-0 to start the season. Well on the way to getting that bag. So while we're talking the NFL, typical Sunday for your boy Big E, man. Had some stuff smoking, had some drinks flowing, sat here, watched some football. But hey, football today was messed up, bruh. So You know, it would only be right that we just talk three teams at the same time because none of them really, deserve their individual shine. So we gonna start with the Browns and the Jets. The Browns and the Jets, man. Now, if you're like me, you are probably wondering, why the hell are we talking about the Browns and the Jets? You know, I would ask myself that same question. But as bad as both of these teams are, the Cleveland Browns found a way to give up 14 points in a minute and I believe it was a minute and 19 seconds. Let's let that sink in. 14 points, 2 touchdowns in a minute and 19 seconds. What the hell is going on? What is going on, man? I mean, the Jets are known for doing some stupidicious stuff. I mean, we've had quarterbacks running into the offensive lineman's ass. We've had interceptions to sew up playoff victories dropped. I mean, it's the damn Jets. I mean, but yet they managed to score 14 points in a minute and 19 seconds to get a dub. But we're going to come back to that. So then we got to skip over to the Baltimore Ravens. The Baltimore Ravens against the Miami Dolphins. Now, once again, the Miami, they picked up Tyreek Hill. They got Tug, young college kid doing his thing. Put up some nice numbers last year. You know what I'm saying? But Miami Dolphins haven't been relevant since H. Ventura Pet Detective when the damn Dolphin kicked a field goal. When we were still trying to figure out who the hell Ray Finkel was. The only benefit and the only piece of knowledge that we have ever gotten from the Miami Dolphins is laces out. However, the Baltimore Ravens somehow managed to allow the Miami Dolphins to score 28 points in the fourth quarter. Not 28 in the game, 28 points in the fourth quarter. Blowing the lead, blew a 24-point lead to get beat by the Dolphins. And my man, all right. Now, last year, I was one. I was one of those cats. It was really hard on Lamar. You know what I mean? My man looked like he had been spending more time out at the street lights trying to get him a bottle than in the gym working on his game. But my man did his thing. My man did his thing. I think he had 4 total touchdowns, somewhere close to 400 yards. I know I've got him in another fantasy league. My man put up over 40 fantasy points. And this is how you treat him? Still taking an L? Come on, man. Baltimore Ravens defense. I know Ray Lewis is on a jet to Baltimore. All right, guys, man. Yeah, sorry about that. I paid the internet bill, but had a few technical difficulties. But I'm back. I'm back. But yeah, so that's enough. That's enough about Baltimore, man. That's enough. We're gonna put them. They go right over there with the Browns. We're just gonna set them to the side for a second. And then we gotta go to the Las Vegas Raiders and the Arizona Cardinals. Now, your first fuck up is Raiders is that you lost to a team named the Cardinals. Now, all right, don't get it twisted. Your boy, I got my Louisville Cardinals gear on right now. You know, they still pay the bills. We're gonna show them a little bit of respect. But Raiders. All right. Now, I'm gonna skip you all the dramatics and we're gonna get down to what we're really mad about. Raiders are up 8. Under 20 seconds left in the game. And it's bad enough that you allow the Arizona Cardinals to score the 6. But then in typical Cardinals form, they're going for 2. Have a false start. Bag themselves up. And you still allow them to get the 2-point conversion. All right. So there's two mess ups right there. But then you go ahead and solidify it. Get the ball in OT, fumble it, and allow the Arizona Cardinals not only to recover the fumble, but a running back 52 yards for the touch and the send your ass home. Between these 3 games, man, I'm really outside myself, man. I really don't know what to say. except Browns. Chris, aka Apocalypse, perfect time. The only thing I gotta say is Browns, Raiders, Ravens. All three of y'all take a hop. Y'all are our mud hole of the week.
Wow, just right in there.
Face first in there. Now, hey, you know what, guys? Looks like one member of the panel. I've got my broadcasting brethren, the maintainer of mayhem, the of Monday Night Mayhem, Chris, aka Apocalypse. What's happening with you, broski?
What's good, man?
Yeah.
Appreciate the shout out. Coming back soon. We're gonna hit y'all back. All right, Monday Night Mayhem. But look, real quick, I was checking out your little synopsis. All right. First things first, as far as a little rebuttal. Baltimore, Miami. A 28-3 run the Baltimore defense gives up. Tua has a career day, literally. Okay. And let's give him some credit on some mental toughness. All right. 2 picks. Okay. 6 touchdowns. You do the math. Touchdown to pick ratio, that's still 3-1. So him shaking off those 2 picks. Baltimore's defense totally collapsing. And Miami as a team making the decision, the choice to not lay down and rally, all right, and take out the Ravens today. Lamar did not have a bad day. Okay. 3 touchdowns, no turnovers. Yet it is the Baltimore. Can you believe in week 2 we are discussing the Baltimore Ravens defense?
Toby One Kenobi, welcome to the broadcast, fam.
What's up, E?
Nephew.
What's up, Uncle Chris?
Nephew, what's good with you?
Man, sitting back thinking on them games today, man. Thinking on them games. We ain't hit a parlay lick or nothing.
I know.
There's too much bullshit. And we haven't even gotten to the king of the bullshit yet. This is just the 3 mud holes.
Oh yeah, man. Baltimore definitely like Unc said, I heard a piece of it. Lamar had a good day though. It's just at defense.
Lamar crushed it.
Listen.
They took their foot off the gas. You gotta keep your foot on the gas to 0-0.
But
28 a 28-3 run that defense gave up.
Well, and here's the bad part. Here's what really makes it bad.
With a 35-21 lead.
Yeah. But here's what makes it bad though.
What makes it bad?
We're not talking about Tua scrambling and making some plays. We're not talking about hitting the tight end. We're not talking about handing it off and a running back breaking a run. We are talking about the only 2 players that Miami has on their team. Tyreek Hill and Mr. Donald Waddle Duck.
No. I can't remember this kid's name, but that back they got
didn't do shit.
No.
During the run, Waddle had 2 touchdowns. Tyreek Hill had 2 touchdowns.
Here's what I'm saying.
How do you let their best 2 players?
I'm talking about intangibles. We know the obvious reasons offensively why Miami was the rally. When you talk about Tua, Waddle, and his new toy, Tyreek Hill. That's obvious. I'm simply pointing out the intangibles. I can't remember this kid's name. He's a young back, okay? You look at the stat line. No, he didn't necessarily blow up the spot, okay? Yet some key runs on second and third downs to keep those drives going. A couple of key catches out of the backfield to keep those drives going, all right? I'm just pointing out the intangibles of Miami's offense today. We know Waddle and
I
Hill
get
got the
that.
numbers.
And I get that, but when you blow a coverage on Tyreek Hill and he catches a 60-something yard touchdown, and for the last 12 yards of it, he's walking backwards like, dang, is this a setup? Where the man at?
Hey, nephew.
Like somebody chasing after me.
Anybody can go back and watch that play.
The cops, like.
But I'm saying X's and O's wise, anybody can go back and watch that play. It's obvious that corner felt he was going to get safety help over the top, which of course he didn't. We know that. We know that. What I'm saying is,
he had somebody right there.
He thought he did, but you know.
No, what is it?
When you get burnt like that, when you get burnt like that, and you get beat like that, there's only one thing that you can do. Sometimes you got to take. We're gonna have to take it back to the old folks, and I'm gonna give you one of their favorite sayings. Only thing that thought was an old folk and a damn fool. And Tyreek Hill made your ass look like a damn fool as he's walking into the end zone because you thought you had safety help. You should have been calling the FBI, the CIA, the Port Charlotte Police Department. I don't give a damn who you had to call because that man straight stole and he was walking away and ain't nobody chasing him.
Well, I'm simply saying,
but
that is obvious.
But probably all week. Probably all week in scout.
Go ahead, nephew.
For scout offense, they probably done told him safety. You're gonna have to help over top with Tyreek Hill. So he probably thought he's gonna have it this time.
All right. Maybe
we
should check this out.
Maybe
there was a cheerleading distraction or something going on. Maybe he was tying his shoe. Maybe he lost his damn bubble gum. But the safety was nowhere to be seen.
Right.
Nowhere. And that's what I'm saying. It's
rerouting.
I'm saying that's an obvious miscommunication in the secondary, caused a major breakdown. Hence, the cheetah strikes again. But listen, you got to give it up to Tua. You got to give it up to the fact that he shook off.
To make the throws. You still got to stick in the
right,
pocket.
and that's what I'm saying.
He
this
did.
Man shook off.
Baltimore.
I'm camming up. He shook off 2 early picks. They are down 21 points. Now, granted, Miami's defense got to get some work done to even get them the ball back. And yet, every time they got the ball back, they capitalized. And Tua led that charge offensively, whether people like it or not. Y'all know me. When it comes to the facts, your feelings don't mean shit.
And the facts are the facts. And they ass is in the bottom of the motherfucking mud hole. Mud hole. But so now I can't talk too much shit. However, those 3 aren't even the surprise game of the week.
What'd that be?
The Dallas
what is it?
Cowboys.
Here we go.
The Dallas Cowboys. Without Dak Prescott.
Non-factor.
Ezekiel Elliott is still MIA. Still waiting for this motherfucker to show up. Going Now, take
Bruh.
it. They was playing in Dallas. But however, we're playing against Joe Cool. Jamar Chase. You know, the new blood in the AFC. Right? Cincinnati last year
Okay.
came out of nowhere, got the monkey off their back, ran through a couple of playoff games, got a bad break and lost to the Chiefs. But this is going to be their year.
No, they beat the
Man.
Chiefs to actually go to the Super Bowl.
Hold up. Right. Beat the Chiefs. Lost in the Super Bowl. But I'm squinting right here because I'm pretty sure that says 0-2. Losing to a backup.
Man.
A backup that no one knows so bad that I watched the game. And I can count on two hands the number of times the damn announcers call the damn quarterback Cooper Kupp.
What I really think the Bengals has got this year, man, that offensive line has it's definitely changed around, man. If you ain't noticed, man,
Speak on it, nephew.
The offensive line
No,
for the Cincinnati Bengals
nephew.
is absolute trash. Joe
Nephew.
Cole, 2 games,
Speak on.
sacked over
Hold on a
6
second.
times.
Exactly. Speak on that line, nephew. Do your thing.
That offensive line, man, it ain't the same even offensive line that they had last year in the Super Bowl. I think only one. I think I seen that only like one guy returned of it on that offensive line. Man, that offensive line it's scary, man. Burrow ain't comfortable back there, man. You see, when he's gripping, that line is collapsing on him real quick. And today, Dallas's defense, they stepped up today. It was their day.
Hey, Parsons
do you want to know the funny? You want to know the funny thing about the revamping of the Cincinnati offensive line, nephew?
Yeah.
It's still in progress?
In the off season, the Cincinnati Bengals spent to revamp that offensive line $70 million. And they have, I think it's $5 million in total cap space next year. God. 6 sacks. 6 of them.
6 plus in 2 games.
That makes my stomach hurt to think about it. Like, you paid all that money and now like you invested all this money in these guys and now they quarterback get the brakes beat off of. That's just like Dak Prescott. They gave Dak Prescott all that money and then now you look at him and be like, dang, are you serious?
Yeah. How? I mean, did they go to the Dollar Tree or the dollar and a quarter tree to get these damn offensive linemen? I mean, what's really going on?
That was a really bad performance by the Cincinnati O-line. Even on the drive where Cincinnati scored their touchdown and got the 2-point conversion, there were a couple plays, even with Burrow making completions, where that line, was shaky at best, even with max protection.
All right, I'll tell you what, if you're going to let them get through anyway, we're just running all screens. Hey, they're going to get through anyway.
Well, hey, look, at the same time, I hate saying it, yet when it comes to facts, your feelings don't mean shit, and that applies to all. Between Micah Parsons and that other kid on the line, Lawrence, they made it very uncomfortable for Joe Burr, as I like to call him, Joe Burr today. All right.
But
even on and I'm just gonna reiterate real quick, even on the drive where they actually scored their touchdown and got the 2-point conversion, there's a couple of plays where even with Burrow, buying some time, and making a throw, whatever. That line is bad.
They're bad because
This is what $70 million worth of offensive line
let me
in the offseason looks like.
but let me tell you this, I
You
believe
can't protect.
let me
You
tell you
can't
this,
protect the quarterback that got you to the Super Bowl last year.
right. And this is the thing. If you go
After
back
a
and
5 turnover game, and remember, a 5 turnover game against your squad, Pittsburgh, just last week.
right,
That line is shit. It
definitely.
is not a good offensive line. You have a franchise quarterback, rookie year, ACL, comes back last year, has a unbelievable second season. Okay. You got the weapons. You got Boyd. You got Chase. You got T. Higgins.
Higgins had a big game today, especially when they were trying to come
Especially
back.
in the second half.
And this is
Especially in the second half. There's too much quality skill set guys.
Yeah, but
to not give Burrow a line.
Yeah, but just like
Joe
what we're
Mixon.
talking about, though,
Yeah.
without that offensive line, you really don't get to use Jamar Chase. Chase is a deep
You don't get
threat.
to use nobody.
If you look at the plays that Chase made last year, down the field, double coverage, high pointing the football.
Okay.
When Joe Cool only got 2 seconds to get rid of the ball, you're taking away what Chase really does well. Now, he still put up some numbers. Did not have a fantastic game. I want to say it was 6 receptions, 60-something yards, because everything was
But
off.
he had like what, 9? But he had like 9, 10 targets today. So
my apologies. 5 receptions, 54 yards.
But that's the thing with that offensive line, man. I've definitely noticed
you can't get it to him.
He don't have no time backer, and this is one of the things that one of the key things that I noticed today. When Dallas packed the box, those D ends was not getting touched. When they brought them 2 linebackers up in the hole, the offensive linemen are blocking down. They're not even picking up.
They let Parsons come off the edge unblocked.
He came off the edge unblocked a few times today. Because the tackle is
one of the
down.
best, if not one of the best D ends in the game right now. You saw what he did last week against Brady. You saw what he did today. One of the best playing at the moment, and you leave him unblocked.
You can't leave that man unblocked. You can't leave no defensive end unblocked. I'm sorry, that's not going to work.
I concur with both y'all. And like I said, just earlier, real quick, just reiterate, not just Michael Parsons, that kid Lawrence.
Oh yeah, he's a problem too.
He's a problem.
Right.
He doesn't get as much time because Parsons is doing so. I mean, Parsons is just tearing it up, man. But Lawrence is a problem, man.
But that's what I'm saying. I mean, I hate giving kudos to Dallas. Yet the rules apply to all. And my feelings don't mean shit to facts. And at the end of the day, okay, Dallas's pass rush really kept and when you talk about an offensive rhythm, not just in the passing receiving game, I mean, Mixon didn't have a great day either.
That's what I was going to say too, man. I mean, it's not even that they're not pass blocking. They ain't run blocking either.
Okay, I'm throwback. When you talk about great offensive lines in both phases of the game, pass blocking, run blocking, I think about the Hogs, from the old Redskins, Joe Jacoby, Russ Grimm, and those guys. I think about those Niners offensive lines in Montana and 4 Super Bowls. Flash forward into like more recent history. Let's talk about the offensive lines and the chips that Brady won in New England. Let's talk about the offensive line that got Mahomes a Super Bowl win and a trip back to the Super Bowl. And great offensive lines master both phases of blocking between your run blocking, getting that push, creating those holes for those backs, and particularly your right and left tackles and your pass blocking scheme. And since most quarterbacks are right-handed, you gotta protect that backside on both phases of an offensive line truly being great. The Bengals have showed nothing the last 2 weeks. I'm done.
Yeah, man. They definitely got to turn it around.
Yeah, definitely got to turn it around.
Definitely. Well, since we're talking NFL, got the crew on. It's only right. We gonna put a pause on you for a second, Chris.
Yeah, that's cool.
Let's the Steelers, man. Steelers last
Nephew.
week turning the Bengals over, getting a dub to
Stole
start
one.
the season out.
Man,
And I'll tell you what crushed my parlay. Let the Patriots walk into Pittsburgh and beat them 17-14. Now, not a bad game, but definitely a game that the Steelers should have won.
they definitely should.
Toby won. What happened?
Man, they definitely should have won today. I don't know if it's
You put money on them, didn't you?
Yeah, man. We ain't even, we really don't even need to talk about this one. But I go there, man. I don't know. The Steelers, I don't know if they trying. I don't know. I can't really even tell if they're trying to get back into, trying to get a good swing of it. Last week the defense was on the A game, and offense was already looking sketchy. But that defense definitely looked good last weekend, and today I don't know. It's like it's something I can't keep.
That offense is so sketchy, Doug. I'm pretty sure that there are some people showing up on Roethlisberger's doorstep like, please, will you just come out here and throw some interceptions for us just so we can throw the ball.
But that's the thing. It's like I don't know if it's because of the quarterback, but they got that young kid that came from Pitt last year. I think he'll give it a good shot if Mike Tomlin just give him a shot, let him get out there and try to do something. But
it's too early. It's too early in the season to give Kenny Pickett a look yet.
Yeah, I really think that is too.
Well, guess what? You lost to the damn Patriots at home. I don't know how much more you need.
Okay, if can I make an attempt to be the voice of reason here for a minute?
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's discuss Pittsburgh and New England today. Now, JD showed me, his parlay tickets for today last night. And I told him a majority of the teams that lost last week were going to win today. You got to really suck to start off 0-2. Hold on a second. We talking about starting off 0-2.
Like the Bengals?
There's 10 new head coaches. And I think 6 of them are first-time head coaches. I could be wrong, but whatever. You got 10 new head coaches. Checking out the fantasy and some other reports today, and this is only week 2. Key name guys that are either weren't going to play today or they're playing hurt. Because we all know there's a difference between being hurt and injured. Okay? All right? Relating that to Pittsburgh and New England, I was surprised. Pittsburgh did steal that game from Cincinnati last week.
Definitely.
Pittsburgh stole that game. And I'm cool with that. That was last week. Okay. I expected Pittsburgh to beat New England. I really did, okay?
Who didn't?
I understand. And I'm going to tell you why. New England don't have a running game.
Nope.
Defense, to me, is still a little suspect, particularly that front 7. Okay. Yep. And the way Pittsburgh was able to steal the Cincinnati win last week, all right? Najee Harris banged up. Fine. Mr. Trubisky in the second week. New system. Fine. It's a newer offense. because Trubisky is a little more mobile compared to somebody like Roethlisberger. I get it. Pittsburgh don't have a tight end on offense. That's one of the things that's killing them. That's one of the
That's
things.
definitely a killer.
Their whole offensive scheme, whether the ground game or the passing type, they don't have a tight end. Okay. And when you talk about a legitimate playmaker on the outside, they don't have that either. Okay. So with Mitch Trubisky, you're asking him not necessarily to win the game, you're asking him to not lose the game.
But he should be
When
used to
you got
that.
a
He played for
quarterback
the
like
Bears.
okay, and when you have a quarterback like that, what are the two main things you need to win? Strong defense and a running game. The Steelers have neither. I'm done.
Hey, no lies detected, man. No lies detected. I guess we will wait and see what happens with the Steelers. 1-1. Yikes. All right. So let's go ahead and get down to it. The only other NFL game that we really want to talk about, Monday Night Football. Circle the Wagon Bills. Led by Mr. Allen.
That man. I ain't gonna lie, man.
According to Tobias, the number 1 draft pick.
Hey, I'm riding with him, man. I feel like, man, I ain't gonna lie to you. These past couple years, Josh Allen been hold, and I feel like I ain't gonna lie. I feel like this year he put his suit. I think he's gonna put his suit on and go get him one. He definitely deserves it, man.
Now let's not get it wrong. He played very well week 1.
Yeah,
going up against the Tennessee Titans. Was really hoping. Man.
Mr. Chuck.
Mr. Wait a damn minute. Chuckarooski is gonna be able to come on and defend his team.
Man.
But Monday Night Showdown. The Bills, the Titans. Bills coming off a dub. Titans coming off an L. What going to happen? Who do you have tomorrow night coming out with the dub?
Go ahead, nephew.
Man, I definitely, like I said, I hate to pump Wonk up, but I definitely think the Bills gonna come out, man. Bills look good on both sides of the ball. Offense, they look good. They got good weapons. But I like that defense, man. That defense is playing smash mouth football.
Hey, that defense is a problem.
And I've always been a fan of that Bills defense, man. That whole linebacker now is like, it's like a built Madden team that you can build with them. The linebacker core that they got right now, I like it. And I like the way they
creative players, bro.
Yeah,
they've been in the store, huh?
Yeah, I like it when you come break that defense down. Like whatever you come their way, man, they suited and they ready to go. They ready to go to war. And shoot, I like how they stopping it. Definitely, I definitely like how they stopping stuff. And they playing sound football, man. And like I said, man, I feel like Josh Allen, I feel like he deserves it, man. That man's tough, man. He's tough when it comes to playing ball. You know, he done took a lot of big losses. Past couple seasons done came back in games and got him close, and he keeps losing. I feel like this year is his breakaway. So if anybody want to put some money down for that Super Bowl parlay, man, go on get the Bills to win the Super Bowl because you heard it here
first. Toby Wall said the Bills are taking the Super Bowl.
Wow. Let me put it back up for a minute.
That's a big prediction.
Hey,
before I came up, let me just put mine back on. Yeah.
Now hold on.
That's you.
Wow. I'm gonna switch it up just a little bit. Usually I like going last.
Okay.
But let me go ahead. I'm gonna jump mine in here. I'm
okay.
But don't get me wrong, y'all like that defense they playing.
Yeah, man. Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and let Apocalypse get the full Wizard of Oz effect. That's that big head. Now,
the third,
that I have no necessary compassion, love, or anything for the Bills. I don't know why. Maybe because ever since I can remember what a football looks like, they've always sucked.
See, there you go.
But
damn, Prime.
And hey, hold up. And I still think Derrick Henry is a problem. I think he will still get his yards. I think they will find a way to get him the ball, which they really didn't do week one the way they should have done, knowing that we let Julio leave. We shipped off AJ.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Tummy Tuck Tannehill. Throwing the ball shouldn't be an option. Feeding the monster should be the only option. He should get damn near 80 touches a game with as sad as they damn offense is. But even with that being said, I apologize, Titans fans. I apologize. I got the Bills winning this one. I got the Bills winning it by 2 touches.
Okay. All right. Last but not least, as the resident Bills fan on the panel, I'm still gonna work hard and not personalize business. All right.
Go ahead on.
Even with that Thursday night win, as far as against the Rams, I got some issues with the play calling. Okay. Singletary and Moss, with those 2 backs, they have to get better at that ground game. Okay. Josh Allen, when you look at the play calling from that opening Thursday night game against the Rams, he gonna worry about week 6, week 8. You want to push the ball down the field, Sean McDermott, coach of the Bills. You want to spread it out and check it, whatever, like everybody else want to do. You gotta be able to get it done on the ground still. You have to be able to still keep that defense honest. It just makes it easier for someone as talented as Josh Allen and those weapons. When you talk about Diggs, the tight end Knox, that other kid, Gabe, I can't remember his name. Okay, you got the weapon. That line is solid. It's those backs. Singletary and Moss got to get it done. A little more balance on the play calling offensively. Front 7, solid. I always worry about the Bills secondary, even with Tre'Davious White leading the charge, okay? At the end of the day, though, I'm thinking 27-20, Bills Mafia. Okay. But between opening week Thursday and going against the Titans, recent regular season and little playoff history, a little more balance offensively. Singletary, Moss, you 2 backs on the ground, got to get it done. Help Josh Allen out even more. Help those weapons even more to be able to stretch that field, attack that Titans defense. Titans showed me nothing on defense last week in all phases of the game.
I agree.
They did.
All right, man. So
all phases of the game. So just a little more balance on the offense. Bills will be all right. I'm thinking 27-20. That's my call.
All right, we will see. Everybody tuning in to the Monday night matchup.
All right, there's 2 of them. There's 2 Monday night games.
I know. Wait, we ain't worried about the other one. We ain't worried about the damn Vikings. We ain't worried about the Vikings.
No, Eagles and Vikings can be interesting.
Yes, that can be an interesting game.
It'll be.
Vikings got it done against the Vikings got it done against a divisional foe. Listen, Vikings got it done against you. Open with not just a divisional foe, the divisional foe. It's the Packers. It's Aaron Rodgers. It's Green Bay. They handle that business. Okay. and they handled them good. They did. Kirk Cousins didn't turn the ball over. You want to talk about young receivers? CeeDee Lamb, Justin Jefferson, Waddle in Miami. Okay, of course, Jamar Chase at Cincinnati. You know what I'm saying? That's the new cream of the crop. And we're gonna see one tomorrow. We talk about Justin Jefferson in Minnesota. Okay, Jalen Hurts. I still root for that kid. Okay,
Hey, you forgot
I
AJ
think with the
Brown,
right
who will
system,
be
whatever the case
suited up
may
for the
be.
Eagles. Let's not forget
I'm
about
simply
AJ.
saying I feel right, but that could be a better game.
You were naming off the new age cold receiver, so you
Right. But I'm
cannot
saying
forget
is
him.
right, and you can't. And I'm simply saying when you talk about Minnesota and the Eagles as the second Monday night game, we know Bills Titans is the feature game. But 2 Monday night games, Vikings and Eagles could be a better game than we give it credit for.
And I'm not
That's all
saying
I'm
that,
saying.
I'm not saying it's not going to be a good game. All right, I'm not saying that.
Right.
But and once again, we don't do politics. However, LA Rams, defending champs. You got Brady's back. We know they're gonna lie, cheat, and steal. Do everything. Make sure he gets to the ship.
Shout out to Eddie Guerrero. If
Right.
you're gonna lie, cheat, and steal, shout out to Eddie Guerrero. Monday Night Mayhem. My bad. Go ahead.
You straight. Of course, you got Aaron Rodgers, right? He's talking about retiring and everything else. They gonna try to get him as close as possible. And so my whole thing is when you've got that cast, if you will, lining up in the NFC, and already weak. Let's just call it what it is. AFC is absolutely crushing the NFC. All right. However, when you got them already kind of lined up, it really don't matter what the Vikings do. It really don't matter what the Eagles do. They will find a way. They will not be in deep in the playoffs. It's just how the league works, man. And so, without them, not saying that they're not good teams, not saying it won't be a good game because they're pretty much on the same level. They're not one of the marquee teams. But that's all I got to say about that. I mean, I could be wrong. Who knows?
No, we get it. We understand as far as even with Monday night games, Bills and Titans definitely the feature. I mean, as a game, I'm definitely hoping it's a good game. I'm simply saying I need more balance in that run game. Help Josh Allen out even more. Extend those drives. Bills 27-20.
Hey, I'm just saying the NFL a little shady with their shit, dog. St. Paul, Minnesota might not even have the damn Vikings game being broadcast on any local TV, dog. That's just how the NFL works. But all right, so we're right here at the hour mark. We're right here at the hour mark. Okay. You hear that empty sound in my cup? It's time for me to go and get my refill. We're gonna shut down the NFL section. When we come back, we're gonna talk a little bit of college.
Yes.
We're gonna roll it on out. All right.
All right.
Come on. What you got for us on the advertisement scene? While I go and make this drink, so we can start.
I got something real quick. I got something. Listen, here's another reminder. When you talk about some early week laughs, okay, dealing with another crazy, fucked up week, okay, simple. 5-finger fiasco. Comedy, kung fu at its finest. J-Wall, how many times I gotta keep trying to tell them? It's not Drunken Monkey, okay? It's not the Shaolin Sword. This is the deadliest technique known to man, all right? Five. Five on it. Five Finger Fiasco. Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Y'all know it's going down. Jay Water Jerk. Hopefully, the running mate, aka the Eternal Mullet, you know what I'm saying, is going to be riding with him. The cast of characters, the zaniness, the craziness is going down. Quit playing. Five Finger Fiasco. Tuesday, 8 p.m. And for the ladies, really quick, you need to check out Shells Chic and Unique. Hit up the hashtag. It's styles to save, man. It's not that hard, all right? Okay. In-store kiosk, St. Matthews Mall. Quit playing. If you can't get to the shop, it is no biggie. You hit her up, shellchicandunique.com. How many times I gotta tell y'all? It is stylish to save. And I'm out. One.
Definitely, man. Appreciate the promos. Check those out. So your boy's back. Like I told y'all earlier, you know, I had my squad out yesterday. We was handling some business. So your boy didn't get to watch the college football real time as I'd like.
Okay.
However, let's just go ahead and get it started out since my man Apocalypse is here. Louisville Cardinals, Florida State. Now,
I'm not running.
I mean, now, Malik Cunningham, I don't know, man. I was watching the broadcast.
Okay.
And you know, I get what he's doing, right? Numbers, let me tell you something. Numbers don't lie. All right. Numbers don't lie. And they brought up some really great stats. The man, let's call him what he is. The man is knocking on the doorstep of surpassing Mr. Lamar Jackson's quarterback stats from his time at U of L. Now, once again, Ravens, we know y'all fell apart today. That's on the team. You can only control the controllable.
It's on the defense.
That's on the defense. Only control the controllable. Lamar Jackson balled out, did his thing. He is playing. I think it's hard pressed to say he's not one of the top 10 quarterbacks in the league.
Well, I mean, it's a 28-3 run. So Baltimore lost because of lack of defense. But anyway.
And I don't want to rehash that. I just want to, just talking about, just to put it in perspective, Lamar's accomplishments as a quarterback. All right. He's got some clout. All right. And Malik Cunningham is right there, has a very good chance to surpass Lamar's U of L numbers. So maybe I missed something, right? Maybe I'm a little too hard on the kid, but to me, with the condition of U of L's program over the past 3-4 years, it's like practice numbers. I mean, okay, yeah, I hit 49 out of 50 shots during practice. What you do in a game, like, and I know you're playing games, but the way U of L is playing, I mean, it might as well be D2. I mean, this is. I might be a little jaded. All right, I don't want to knock the man's numbers. However, if you're not winning games and your program still sucks, then what good are the numbers? I don't think anybody, when Lamar was there, everyone knew who Lamar Jackson was. Everybody knew who he was. Everyone knew that he was going to be a problem when he got to the league. I really don't think Malik's on anybody's NFL radar. And what we're saying, almost at the caliber, even if you don't surpass him. That's a pretty solid college career stat wise. But yet your ass is going to be in the Canadian Football League.
Wow.
I don't know, man. The Cardinals once again choked off a league. Florida State came up to Louisville, smacked them around, then went back down south. Was a close game. Was a game Louisville should have won. But Cards do what Cards do. Cards wound up taking an L to Florida State. But I'm going to pass it over as our U of L football fanatic guru. Talk to me a little bit about Malik. Talk to me about U of L football.
I mean, all top. I mean, just like with Cincinnati and the Dallas game in the NFL today. Let's talk about offensive line. Oh, no, wait. Let's talk about lack of offensive line. In the first half, as a team, Louisville had 150 yards rushing. So you're dominating the line of scrimmage. When you do pass, there's time. Okay? You are converting third downs. You're keeping drives alive. There's a mix in the play calling. You're keeping the defense guessing and shifting and whatever the fuck. Louisville goes up 28-14. As soon as they scored, I looked right at my homeboy Ant. I was watching the game with. I'm like, you know what's about to happen, right? He like, man, go ahead and say it. I said, Louisville about to lose this game. They go up 28-14, and I knew they was about to blow it. I'm gonna tell you how. Florida State reestablished dominance as far as the line of scrimmage. That 150 yards team rushing they had in the first half, they got limited to 60 yards in the second half as a team. Florida State kept Louisville in second and third and long. Okay. And at the end of the day, Malik is going to get nervous. He going to make the wrong decision. When he should run, he going to stay in the pocket and try to force it downfield. Possible turnover, we talk about a pick. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa. And with the way Florida State dominated that line of scrimmage and shut that running game down early in the second half. Even on the drive where Louisville went up 28-14, they had to convert 2 third and longs and a penalty helped them out. Okay. At the end of the day, if you seen my post, I got a beer and a fifth of Henny. When it's cardiac cars time, again, that defense is paltry. They can't cover. They can't tackle. And not just the football team. That program as a whole.
Hey, I mean,
wait.
Let's
Wait,
section up.
Hold on. That program as a whole, they are soft. There is no toughness on or off the field when it comes to the University of Louisville football program. I don't give a fuck who's spearheading it, from Satterfield, all those assistants, your running backs coach, your linebackers coach, your special team coach, your wide receivers coach, your offensive coordinator, your defensive coordinator. Y'all all but half those players, but the administration, but
so
it's all about the culture, man.
We can sum it up.
It's about
U of L is a bad football team and a bad football program.
Because it's a bad football program.
Well, and that's what I said, both. So now, with that being said, so on my other point, so with what's your take on Malik's stats? Are they worth
those
anything?
stats? No, because it's fool's gold. I Any sport, numbers are numbers. I get that. Fine. I'm not one of these old school guys that doesn't understand analytics, let alone acknowledge them. That doesn't mean I have to sign off on it all the fucking time. Numbers can be hollow without wins, and not only quality wins. Did Malik beat Clemson? Did Malik beat North Carolina?
They lost to fucking Syracuse. I mean,
and that's my point. That's my point. What do these numbers mean when you talk about key victories, particularly in conference? Did Malik beat Clemson? No. Did he beat Carolina? No. He ain't beat Wake Forest? No. And they have no significant wins out of conference during Malik's tenure. Once again, what do these numbers mean? Did these numbers result in wins, particularly quality wins? Who did you beat, Malik, while you was racking up all these numbers? Absolutely, positively nobody.
So, with that being said, does Malik get drafted?
The CFL still in business, right? They still got the XFL, Arena League, something.
You're going to be playing some flag football.
I mean, lingerie league, for all I fucking care. Yeah, I said it.
It's not looking good for the home team. Let's just say that. All right, well, they're
pitiful. They're pitiful, and particularly defensively, they are horrible.
So, I think we put the Cardinals where they belong. Let's switch it over to the rest of our panel squad because everyone else looked pretty good this week. Tennessee 63-6 over Akron. Once again, not playing anybody, but it's a D1 school, and you put up 63 against them. Deserves some acknowledgement. And not only that, you know, there's something to be said when you're playing against pressure. Tennessee covered a 47.5 point spread. That's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. Kentucky did they thing? 31-0 over Youngstown State. Now, you beat a team named Youngstown State. I don't have it. The mastermind's not miking up today. I'm not going to beat y'all up too bad. Well, who the fuck is Youngstown State? Who are they? But anyway, 31-0. They covered their spread as well. 29.5. Nice work. Georgia, number one team in the nation right now, 48-7 over the Gamecocks. What else do we got? Who we got? And Alabama, 63-7 over Louisiana Monroe. Roll elephant, roll. But yeah, man. I mean, it's shaping up, and I'm not going to throw any stones. It's shaping up to be a nice little football season when the SEC starts matching up and lining up. A few weeks. Let's see here. It looks like we're really going to start to get in it. Again, next week, Tennessee's got Florida. I think Tennessee is favored by 9.5 points. I don't care. All right. With UK beating Florida already, cannot tell me that as a true rival, UT did not look at that game and say, we are going to try to beat the brakes off of Florida in Knoxville to set the tone. So that's going to be a really interesting game to watch. I think Tennessee covers that easy. Actually got Tennessee by at least 2 touchdowns, maybe 3. They've got some pieces, man. This might be. Some people might want to yell at me. This might be the best Tennessee team I've seen since Manning left. Kentucky's not playing anybody next week. Northern Illinois, who cares? Alabama's not playing anybody. They got Vandy. That'll be a bloodbath. But I'm telling you, week 5, week 6 time frame, when we really get deep into the SEC conference, it's going to be some football worth watching. Really excited about that. We'll definitely have to see where that leads. And
I pose a question to the panel.
What's that?
The third week of college football, and over the weekend, I mean, there was a couple of okay, but overall, a lot of the big guns got to beat up on some bums. And I say when it comes to teams like Alabama, Michigan, I feel like we're not going to really see what they look like till conference.
I mean, I get that. I think though,
like I'm not gonna get excited about Ohio. I'm not gonna get excited about Ohio State beating Toledo 77.
And I get that. I mean, that's just kind of part of it. But once again, there's something to be said for handling your business. All right.
Okay, like last night, Texas.
When you're supposed to go out and beat the brakes off the team, you
whether
go
you
out
beat the
and beat the brakes off of them and take their hubcaps.
Okay, well, what I'm saying is still when you talk about a quality win, like last night, Texas Tech over Miami. Because I felt Miami anyway, but whatever.
Yep. I mean, was it Tech or A&M? I thought it was A&M.
Was it Texas A&M? I mean,
I think it was
you got what do you got? Texas,
I mean, Texas
Tornado.
Yeah, it was A&M. Texas A&M 17-9 over Miami.
I don't know what is D1? What is it? Texas A&M, Texas Tech, Texas Rangers. Anyway, them taking out Miami, and I felt at 10. Okay, like I went on a trip because I understand when a team's overrated.
I mean, let's not necessarily call them overrated. I mean, Texas A&M is top 25.
No, I'm talking about Miami. They were overrated.
But once again, let's not necessarily say Miami's overrated. Texas A&M 25 team.
Yeah, but Miami was a high rated team, and even in that early in the
well, let's not do that because fucking UK and Florida was 2 top 20 teams, and UK act like they won the damn Super Bowl.
And once again, reiterate, so early in the season. Okay. Conference play starts. I don't think
Hey, Chris. Hey, man. Hey, unplug your mic and plug it back in, man. We're getting some bad feedback, man. You're cutting in and out on me, bro. Yeah, I think you got a loose connection. We're gonna have to get you a new mic, man. But go ahead, man. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
But I'm simply saying, a lot of powerhouses just beat up on bums this weekend. Weekend of college football. We're gonna start seeing Tennessee and Florida. Not just an SEC conference game. That's the division. That's SEC East. Okay, pivotal game.
Right. But I think we saw that already, right? UK and Florida, tough game. UK came out on top. I mean, so I mean, I get what you're saying as far as you know, for instance, teams beating up on the weaker teams. But that's nothing new, right? You know, every time, Alabama's not gonna have a tough game until they play Georgia or they play LSU. I mean, it just is what it is. Ohio State and Michigan aren't going to have a tough game until they play each other. That's just
Right.
how it is. So I don't think there's that much necessarily to it, because we all know how the BCS is set up, and to whom much is given, much is expected. Yes, they've got some cupcake teams. Yes, they play a lot of teams that aren't in their caliber. However, if they lose one, or if they lose two, sometimes one game, they're out. Like their season is basically done. They don't give a damn about a bowl, right? Their program is set up for excellence. And if they don't reach that excellence or make their seasons are lost. So I mean, their expectations are a lot higher for themselves and from other people.
But part of what I'm saying is, I take this back to the way before the playoff bracket. Okay, if that's the standard y'all gonna set, why? Michigan. Okay, you talk about a standard top 15 team at least. Michigan, Big Ten. All right. Yep. Michigan should play Florida non-conference every 2-3 years. You see what I'm saying? Fuck Big 12. The Big 12 conference has been what? Oklahoma. Okay, fine. Non-conference. Oklahoma has to play Notre Dame.
And I get what you're saying. I really do. I think that's more for what the fans want to see, right? However, here's the problem. Here's the problem with that. We got to remember, football isn't basketball, right? So
here we go.
You only have 14 games, 15 games, right? 10 of those are your conference. All right?
Okay.
And as I've already said, when you're in the SEC, right, certain teams you're going to have to play. Your Alabamas, your LSUs, Tennessee when they're on the mark. Florida, even though it pains to say me, UK is a problem right now. Nobody really wants to play UK because UK could win that game. So I've got to play those teams, right? I'm in a conference where all eyes are on me. The spotlight's on me. Like I said, if you win 2 or if you lose 2 games, you're pretty much out of bowl contention. All right. And I'm having to play these high-level teams. Now, yes, there's something to be said for playing high-level teams to get my team ready. However, if I slip up in those games, can you imagine if Alabama scheduled Ohio State, say week 2, and wound up losing to Ohio State, and then runs to the damn conference and still doesn't make a bowl because I scheduled Ohio State and we had a bad game or they had a lucky play? It's not with them being in a powerhouse conference. It's really not worth it. Now, you might say, okay, but what about Michigan and Ohio State? You really don't have to worry about anyone else in your conference. But the same thing goes. Who am I going to play in the top 25 outside of my conference unless it's an SEC team? And if I schedule an SEC team, once again, when you're not in the SEC If you're a one-loss team, you're probably not making it. If you are a one-loss team outside of the SEC, you are probably not making the big dance. So I'll
Why?
tell you,
Okay, so
why would I schedule an SEC team and hurt my record?
I just use that as an example. The point is, why? Okay, then fine. Why is a one-loss SEC team from another Power Five conference is on the outside looking in? And I simply say part of that argument is schedule.
Well, I think you have a better case of an SEC team, say a mid-level SEC team, say a Florida, a UK, a Tennessee, all right, scheduling in Ohio State or Michigan. I think it does more good for them if they think that win will help boost them than it does a team like Michigan or Ohio State. Michigan or Ohio State doesn't want to play anyone else because they know I'm going to have to play the other. One of us is going to win. One of us is going to lose. This is going to have a chance at the BCS, and if we lose, then we're out. So why would I schedule an SEC team?
Mm-hmm.
And if I lose that game, so say Michigan schedules Florida, loses that game, wins out the rest of the season, including beating Ohio State. And now both of us got one L, and both of us are out of the big games.
Okay. Non-conference scheduling in conference football. Because I want to briefly talk about, State, Deion Sanders. Power 5 not scheduling.
What do they have to win? And that's the thing, right? I think as a fan, right, we want to see the competition. We want to see the game. But let's not forget that no matter what anybody says, college athletics is a business. Okay? Now, all it takes is now, everyone knows who Deion is. His team is playing some good ball. But why would I even myself up to take that L? If I beat them, if I'm a Power 5 team and I beat them, all I'm going to get is that's what they should have done. If they happen to beat us, my program is set back 2 to 3 years.
And see, that's where
and that's just the big business of it. My program is now set back 2 to 3 years.
See, I get that. I have the same conversation with guys my age, let alone older. Transfer portal. You're talking about NIL, okay, and differences in recruiting.
Yeah, man. Chris is having a few technical difficulties. Hopefully, he can get that ironed out, man. But yeah, man. He did bring up a great point, and I'm just gonna throw it out there. Any person that wants to hop on, talk about it, give their perspective. Definitely do that. If you want to circle back next week, we can always pick it up from there. We never forget. Never forget the topics, and we can talk about them at any time. But hey, don't get it twisted, man. College is a business, all right, and nobody wants to do bad business. I see my man KD chimed in on a message, man. What's goody, fam? Always good to see you, bro. In case you didn't want to pop on to have the link, man, I got a question for you. You can hop in. or you can answer over in the side chat and we talk about it that way. But it's a great segment because I wanted to slide over and talk about this NBA stuff, man. And once again, we don't do politics, but I really want to hear what my man KD has to say about Adam Silver's decision regarding the Phoenix Suns owner and some of his comments, if you will. If you know, you know. It was a big hot topic today. But not asking for him to relinquish his ownership. There he is, real KD.
What up, what up, what up? This is your
up,
boy, the real KD in the building. You know what time it is.
Hey, man, but yeah, that's what I was saying, man. I wanted to know what you thought about Adam Silver's decision to only suspend the Phoenix Suns owner, Robert Sarver, for a year and fine him $10 million based off of some a lot of racist, sexist comments that he had made. And once again, knowing what had happened in the past,
Right.
Why did Robert Sarver only get a slap on the wrist, man? What's your thoughts on it, bro?
Okay, you know what? And I've been waiting on this topic. And I'm gonna tell you the reason why I've been waiting on this topic because man, it's just like I feel like politics is coming into sports. That's just the way I feel about it because you have all these politicians walking around doing the same shit and they're getting away with it. And they're bringing the shit right to sports.
I mean, I see that. Now, kind of like what we was just talking. I was just talking with Apocalypse. We was talking about bad business, right? Power. His comment, which was what I consider from a fan base, which is why aren't the Power Five scheduling someone like an Alcorn State, Deion Sanders Singh, and
which I never really understood that, but
well, my point in that was, what do they have to gain, right? If the Power Five team wins, that's what you should have done. If you take an L, you set your program back. That's bad business, right? And so I think the same things, right? Where does it become bad business? And I'm kind of torn. I mean, we chop it up in the shop. That's why Shop Talk Sports is Shop Talk Sports, right? We chop it up on in the shop. We go places. We have discussions that you probably not gonna see on Sports Center because it's bad business, right? But somebody's got to say that shit, right?
Right.
Shout out to Earth and Nerve.
You know how to throw them a shot. Someone say this shit. But when does it become bad business, right? So I'm a multi-million-dollar business owner.
Right.
Why in the hell would I find it necessary, even appropriate, in a setting, right? It's a new age. Everything's recorded. In a setting where I could be recorded to use the N-word. Why would I think it's good business to comment on the fact that a couple of the reporters, a couple of my staff members might have had an extra trip or two through the salad bar?
Right.
If I really,
he said a couple trips through the salad bar, though.
just keeping it real, right?
Right.
I'm just saying, like
It's got a fucking
this is my business. I own it. If I really felt that way, and I'm not saying that legally you should do this, right? But you pick your employees when you own the shit, right? If I really think that I need some females that are more aesthetically pleasing in my organization, then I should be going out and hiring some. You know
But
what I
they're not
mean?
getting ready. But they're not getting ready to do it because
No, but you're not gonna go take and do that because you know, at business. But I feel like I can make a comment that, hey, next time I need you to skip all condiments and eat a piece of light bread for the next 6 months. I think that's appropriate.
This is a tough one for me because I sit back and I look at it as basically these owners is gonna keep on doing what they do regardless. Because just like you were saying, it's when they keep on doing that, it's gonna be good for business because they're gonna keep on doing it as long as they can keep on getting away with it.
Well, and I get that, right? But
Right.
let's just once again, we're talking about the Phoenix Suns. And I mean, they had a nice shake at it last year. Not a bad team. All right. But now
Monty Williams wasn't saving points.
The owner of facts, the owner of the team is now suspended for a year and under all these, they're not even allegations. You took and did this shit, right?
But he did it for over 18 years though.
Exactly. But now let's look at your organization. Your best player, one of the best guards, one of the best in the league.
Right.
The cover guy for 2K
is mixed. Your point guard, who's supposed to be the missing piece, right? The missing piece, CP3. Let's call it what it is.
Quote unquote.
You a brother.
Right.
Yeah.
And then your up and coming franchise star, your big man, your lottery pick, the one that is going to take and solidify everything here in the next year or 2 years once he gets his shit together, and DeAndre Ayton.
Oh Lord.
You black. You midnight black. You ain't even close. I'm gonna go Stephen A. Smith.
You stupid name. Midnight black.
You are darker than
DeAndre Ayton. DeAndre Ayton is what they call old school. DeAndre Ayton is what they call blue black.
He's so black, he is blue. when he walks into the room, his mom asks, who forgot to pay the damn light bill, and why can I no longer see in my house?
Like, I'm pretty dark, and he's darker than me. So
I was watching him on TV, and I had to get an eye appointment because I thought my ass had turned into Ray Charles. Everything around me was black. This the whole damn screen went black.
You know what? Hey, if DeAndre Ayton wasn't a hooper, his street name would have been Eclipse. I'm telling you.
I'm here.
He's that black. Ain't nobody seeing shit when he come around.
Right.
DeAndre Ayton is your shadow on the darkest day.
No, not shadow. Eclipse. I'm telling you. That would have been
now.
But anyway, your point is, E, my bad.
All right. if he walked into a Hershey's plant, they triple stamp
See,
that nigga special,
He's
special,
fucked up.
special daughter.
come on, man.
Man.
Come on, man. Like,
Now,
nah.
now that we've got that shit all the way laid out for anyone that hasn't seen DeAndre Ayton, well, shit, none of us have seen him. We've just heard about him. You can't even see him on the brightest day. But anyway, he black. So
He
three
black.
of your star players in a league which is, let's be real, dominated by African Americans.
75% black.
And that's not even counting your star players. If we took it
Right.
and went only with your stars, right? All right. Dominated by minorities. Why would you set your business up to alienate black people? That's bad business.
Oh, I am definitely taking that question.
Go ahead.
I'll take that question because once again, I'm gonna try to be the you know what I'm saying, the source of logic and reason.
Hold
on
up,
this,
DeAndre
right?
Ayton, everybody. DeAndre Ayton.
See,
He's
Dan. Wow. Wow. Look, I'm for real. I'm gonna try to be the source of reason on this one. Now, this guy is obviously aware of the same numbers we just discussed. When you talk about black players, not just on his team, the NBA roster as a whole. So you're aware. You just don't care.
But here's the funny thing for
Wait. Y'all know how I feel about personalizing business. You feel that way. You hate us so much.
Oh God.
Fine.
Here we go.
I'm cool. I'm cool with all that. Like, people overall, quit being naive about racism. Like, stop that. But anyway, if that's how you feel, I'm cool with all that. You can't tell me you're not smart enough to know that can't be public sentiment. Okay? So for me, it's not a lack of ignorance from this motherfucker. Okay? It's a lack of empathy. Right. It's a lack of empathy. You back that way. You've been pacified. That behavior has been enabled for your whole life. Your upbringing, your parents, billionaire status, doing 8 balls off Goodell's butt crack. Yeah, that might be a turnover. Earth's my first turnover of the season.
The
point is
rated
no
TVMA. Viewer discretion is advised.
I knew it. The first one in the season, it was coming.
All right, Earth's my first turnover. But the point I'm making is, personally and business, for real, seriously, personally and business, all aspects of their lives, people like this, that behavior is reinforced. It is enabled. Okay. From the business end of it, you can't do nothing but look and point the finger at who? The league. The league is about lip service. I don't care what sport you follow and what league they're under. Leagues are about lip service. And when it comes to the NFL, the league is great at lip service when it comes to racial issues. The NBA is great at lip service when it comes to racial issues. MLB is great at lip service when it comes to racial issues. Y'all see the pattern here. The themes reoccurring. This is what leagues do. This is their playbook.
Yep.
Okay, it's simple
And,
as that. This
and,
dude is more than well aware of what his statements could do. He
and
made the choice to personalize this. You don't like us? Fine.
but I
Why would you
get
put it
that. I
out there
get
like
that.
that to where it affects your
I get
business?
that. But and I don't. I mean, I actually like Mark Cuban. All right, I actually do, man. I think
I
he's
do
a funny
too.
guy. I
I
think
like it.
he's passionate. I think he's solid, man. But you know what? Like something like this coming out for the Dallas Mavericks, I might be like,
What the
all right,
fuck?
cool, right?
Right.
One, get Dallas, right? And it's oil wells and big money with big hats. That's what's in Texas, man. Like that's Dallas. Two, your star player over the last years have been Dingus,
Where he go?
Luca.
He's the man.
All right.
Luka.
So at least you like following the model a little bit. You know what I mean? Like I'll build a team around this. But
Right.
you decided to have these views, but yet go out and build your team around a bunch of people that look like this.
Midnight Black in the building.
That makes me scratch my head, right? Now Chris brought up a great point, and that's kind of where I was going with this, which is it's a league problem. And everyone, was familiar with the Donald Sterling incident. He got stripped of his team.
Exactly.
What's the pass? Like, why is this a pass?
Well, the only reason why Donald Sterling got caught because he had his shit on camera. Had his shit on audio. That's the only reason why the dude for Phoenix never got put out. Because they always
Listen.
said if they would have had it on audio, he probably would have been gone too.
Listen, y'all. Listen, real quick. You can't legislate lineage. Okay. If somebody is a racist piece of shit, they're a racist piece of shit. I don't want to hear nothing about racial sensitivity courses and workplace. I don't want to hear none of that. It's not gonna work. If you a racist, you a racist.
Right.
I don't care if you're the owner of a major sports franchise or just some jerk off Lyft driver.
Right.
It doesn't matter. Okay. You can't legislate lineage. Racism is part of America's lineage. Whether we're talking sports or not, we're just using this as an example. We're using this Phoenix Suns situation as an example. This is a dichotomy live on Shop Talk Sports about race as a whole. You can't legislate. You can't legislate lineage. You can't do it.
For me, though,
if you hate, you're gonna hate.
But for me, though, it's not so much legislating it; it's giving it a pass, right? And I think, and once again, when Adam Silver took over,
right?
Like no one really knew who he was, and
because he's working at the lower of the totem pole.
Right. I will say he's made some huge decisions. He's done very well managing some difficult situations, right? Whether it was the Sterling incident, whether it was COVID, playing in the bubble, right? Kobe's death stuff. Like he's had some stuff put on his plate over the years, and he's done a very good job. Very good. right? We had veto trades. We said, nah, you ain't stacking your team.
Right.
Y'all are tanking games. I'm on
Right.
you. I know what you do. Like, he's been in it. And I don't want, one bad decision doesn't make you bad at your job. Okay. However, I will say that I believe this is the first time he's dropped the ball. I think he dropped the ball on this one. And
So we're saying that Adam Silver overall.
it'll be
mm.
I think it'll be really interesting to
Okay.
see what happens this season.
What happened?
This season, not only with the Phoenix Suns, but also with the NBA as a whole. Let's see how teams traveling to Phoenix, fans traveling to Phoenix, fans in the Phoenix area.
Here we go.
Let's see how that pans out. Because I
put it like I'll put it like this. I don't think Adam Silver dropped the ball. I think his hands was tied.
Okay.
Because here's the whole thing. If Adam Silver would have went on here and made that whole decision by himself and not included the owners, because that's who he's owned by, that's who he worked for. He works for the owners.
Sure. Well, he technically he should work for the NBA.
Which in the NFL, the NFL's commissioner should work for the NFL. They should work for their sport first, and then the owner should be second.
Yes.
All right, here we go. Once again, another reminder that y'all feelings don't mean shit when it comes to facts. These are the facts. I don't care what professional sport it is. The commissioner of that sport works for the owners. Now that we've gotten the obvious out the way with you two motherfuckers, let's get to the real issue, okay? This is what leagues do. And real quick, I'm curious to know how KD knows that Adam Silver's hands were tied. I guess you and Adam Silver's hanging out on some 50 Shades of Grey shit or something. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, we was in the strip club throwing money at the strippers while we were sitting over there thinking about
it. You said his hands were tied. I'm going to take that as personal knowledge, which makes me think y'all was in a 50 Shades of Grey situation, you and Adam Silver.
No, that's not 50 Shades. No, that's not 50 Shades of Grey. That's facts.
No, I'm talking about you and Adam Silver and 50 Shades of Grey, because you said his hands were tied.
Regardless, though, just to write it in, though, regardless, when
the point is, man, I mean, it's
in a position of power. All right.
Right.
Adam Silver is the face of the NBA right now as the commissioner.
Right.
All right. Her job is to make those tough decisions, right? And once again, he's done that. It doesn't have to be, it's not popular vote.
No.
It is your job to make that call. And I mean, regardless of what the owners want to do, I guarantee you ain't giving all the owners all the details that you have, all the PR work, all the complaints. You're not doing that. They don't know the details of the situation.
Hell, motherfucker, Donald Trump didn't give all the information when he stole the documents out of the White House. But anyway, that's another story for another day.
Right? So, at the end of the day, it's your call. When it goes good, you get the kudos. When it goes, you get the blame. It's still your call, and I think he dropped the ball. I think he had a chance to make a statement and transition the league in the same direction, towards progression that he's been doing. And I'm not going to say he took a step back, I'm gonna say he took a stutter step. He took a he gave him a hezzy. Like, I'm not sure if I want to quite do it.
I
He and we'll see what happens.
I personally think this.
He
I personally think this story ain't over. It ain't over by a long
No,
shot.
it's not over.
here's why that story isn't over. This story simply brings to light a bigger issue. Okay. And whether it's players, coaches, front office, not just these leagues, fans of these leagues have to start being smarter and wiser. You know what I'm saying? And getting a clearer understanding of not only do situations like this happen, but every situation like this that's reported. Let's think about the countless that's reported in that same organization that's not reported. The stories we don't hear about, whether it's racial discrimination, whether it's sexual harassment, whether it's, you know what I'm saying, homophobia on the job, whatever the case may be. You understand what I'm saying? The league will always do whatever they got to do to protect the brand. So when they got a smear story like this that is out, okay, and like you said earlier, E, we are not here trying to crucify NBA Commissioner Adam Silver. Just giving y'all the reality of it. When it comes to pro sports leagues, those commissioners truly work for the owners. They're figureheads. It's like the government. We got a president, yet the true power lies in Congress and the legislatures and the bill makers and shit. It's the same thing. It's literally the same concept, just a different application.
Oh, I think you're right on that. Well, that just a few things to think about. Definitely, if you catch it on a replay or you want to get your thoughts and your facts together before you chime in, be sure to chime in next week. Click the link. We can always bring it back up. We'll give it a quick snippet. Get your thoughts and opinions on it. We're nearing the 2-hour mark, so we're about to wrap it up. But as we just hit the 2-minute warning in the fourth quarter of this Packers-Chicago game, Packers with a big interception to get the ball back. They're winning 27-10. It's pretty much nailed in on time, which means and your boys at 105 in the fantasy league playing against Big Daddy Fat Stacks, who's at 93.56.
Okay.
With Aaron Rodgers was his only hope left. So I'm going to say it's a wrap, which means that your boy Big E is 2-0 in the Blurred Minds Media fantasy season, doing his thing. Y'all thought I'd just talk about it, but I know what I'm doing. I'm coming for my 2 bands.
Okay, look at him.
Give me
I've
money.
had this game on the whole podcast, and
me too. I've been sitting here watching. I wasn't gonna say nothing until the very end, but I'm gonna talk my talk now. 2-0. Put it in the books.
I told
my check, man.
I told JD earlier because like when you talk about his 4:00 tickets and then the Sunday night game, he's like, "Well, I took Chicago." I'm like, "You really think Green Bay was going to lose not just 2 games in a row? You thought Green Bay was going to lose 2 games in a row in the division, knowing they already lost to Minnesota week 1 last week?"
And not to mention in Green Bay.
Yeah, that wasn't gonna happen for you. But
wait, and on Sunday night, stop.
Aaron Rodgers is what 20? I think he's 22-5 against Chicago.
I think it's like 22-3, but
whatever it is,
somewhere around there. They ain't won many. But you can pretty much take that one to the bank. But yeah, hey man, great show tonight, guys. Want to shout out everyone that commented in the comment section. Everyone that hopped on, appreciate the panelists at all times. I'm gonna holler y'all out. Appreciate you guys. Sign them out. Say what's out to the people. Let's start with the real KD. What you gotta say to the folks?
Man, my bad, y'all. I hopped on so late, bro. I just sat back to pass out with the sleep.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
I was like, you know what? I was like, y'all was still on. Let me go ahead and hop in for a little bit.
Always, man. Always great to have you.
No, man. Like,
Yes. Hey,
I mean, it's
sign them out. Let them know who they talking to.
Hey, real quick though, like I said, y'all already know Bills Titans. I know Mr. Chuck catches on the replay. We're gonna see who's gonna really tighten up tomorrow night on that Monday night joint. I'm just glad Shop Talk's back. Yeah, I'm just glad Shop Talk's back. I'm glad football's back. Okay, right. Hopefully next week, you know, we can get a little bit into this MLB playoff situation. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like I said, just a lot of stuff cracking off with sports overall. Check out the Facebook group, Shop Talk Sports. Anybody catches this live on the replay, check us out. Either way it goes, Shop Talk Sports, man. Blurred Minds Media, the new faction. New faction life is beautiful, okay? Thursday night cracks off week 3 NFL. Football's back, y'all. I'm just happy, man. Let's get it.
Most def.
I'm actually gonna start. I'm actually gonna lay something. I'm gonna lay a couple of bets down for week 3 on the NFL. Because JD's trying to challenge my parlay now.
Let's see what's going on, baby.
So,
I like it. I like it. Scared money don't make no money.
Yeah.
Man. Hey, and
I'm gonna try to make a little noise on the NFL parlay tip next week, week 3. You know what I'm saying? I'll show my results if I can. All right, for real.
Definitely, man. Hey, I'm telling you what, man. Hey, it's your boy Big E. Like I said, we talked early in the broadcast. My travel team got them the dub. Brought a little hardware home yesterday. I seen
that.
We back at it. We back at it this Saturday. We got a tournament right across the bridge. Bro. So we gonna try to fill them all up, man. We're gonna be looking like MJ and Brady combined. I'm gonna need me a Thanos glove. I said I'm gonna need me a Thanos glove when we're done with this. So if y'all are in the area, softball heads, definitely come check us out over in New Albany next week. But we will be back at it. So winning on the diamond, winning on the softball travel team. We're going to be in Hoptown for the Super Regionals here in a couple of weeks. 3 weeks from now, 4 weeks from now, we'll actually be down in I forgot the name of this, Vieira, Florida, playing in the U-Trip Worlds. So I'll be down that way doing. It's not enough to just talk about it and coach it, man. I do it too. So we'll be down there. I told y'all at the beginning of the session, got something up for you for my women softballers. P. Barlow, we will be getting that together. Miss Team USA, we'll be getting that together in a couple of weeks. So we got that going on. 2-0 in the fantasy league. Big up. I'm on their head, baby. I'm on their head. Going to get them dubs, man. Going to get that money. All about the bag. But with that being said, man, thank you all. We are nothing without you all. Thanks for tuning in to Shop Talk Sports. We'll be back next week. Go Cowboys with the dub this week. Braves going to win their division. All my teams winning. All we do is win. But for now, shop is closed. We out of here.